Hi guys, today I am playing with the Natasha Denona Roxa Eyeshadow palette and I will be creating two looks for you today. This one and then the look that I originally recorded, this look. I actually intended to do it as a separate video, but then after recording I realized I never switched on my microphone, so I did the entire video without any audio. So what I will do with the second look is I am going to just add the names of the colors with the image with the color and just do like a music montage of the eyeshadow tutorial and just show you the final look. And then with the other look I will be doing like a on-the-go eyeshadow tutorial, explaining the colors, explaining the textures, how I use the colors. And then at the end I will do my eyeliner and eyelashes off camera, and I will come back and give you my final thoughts on both looks and on the application of the eyeshadow palette. I primed my eyelids with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color Nougatine or Light 22. And then I added some of the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the color Deep Brown on the eyebrows. And I just set that with the NYX Control Freak Clear Brow Setter Gel. I'm starting off with that very light color Phoebe on a fluffy brush. This one doesn't have a name. I have no idea what brush it is. But I will just be placing that close to the brow and then just softly blending whatever's left on the brush downwards. Almost like a setter color for my primer. I'm taking Heather on a fluffy brush. This is the Sigma E40. And I'm placing that in my crease. Just placing most of the product down before I start blending it out. And then I just blend it upwards into the lighter color. This color comes through a bit more pink than it looks in the pan. It's got a very orangey undertone in the pan itself. Just adding a bit more, blending it all over. And then I'm just taking some under the eye. I'm taking Cherise on it's almost a fluffy brush, but it's got a bit more of a point, just so I can have a bit more of a focused placement. And I'm just adding this on the outer part of the deepest part of my crease and then blending it inwards. Just deepening up that crease a bit. This one also looks very red in the pan, and as soon as you start applying it, it pulls a lot more pink color through. So I'm definitely proven wrong with the color story here, because I thought at first the colors don't look as pink as everybody says it does, but as soon as you start applying it, it really does pull through a lot more pink than you would think. I'm taking Eclipse on a smaller blender brush. This is the Crown Pro C528. It's very nice for detailed blending work. And I'm placing it here in the outer V of the eye. So taking it up a bit and then down to the lash line from about here. And just blending that in to deepen up the outermost corner. Even this color looks a lot more brown in the pan than it does on the eye. It looks a lot more purple as soon as you apply it on the eye. Maybe it's the reddish pinkish undertone converting it to a purple color, but I'm just saying, don't expect it to be neutral colors. I'm taking the brush that I blended the previous Cherise color with, and I'm just blending the outer edges of that color. At least it's blending smoothly. I had a bit more difficulty blending this deep shades with the other eyeshadow look that I'm doing. But then I also have to say I layered those colors on each other. I'm taking that same Eclipse color on almost a fluffy angled brush. It's not as hard and sharp as some of my detailed eyeliner fluffy brushes, angled brushes. And I'm just deepening up the lash line under the eye from the outer edge up to about 2/3 inwards. And then I'm just blending those edges out with the same brush that I used to apply the Cherise color. I am going to use some of the Pat McGrath Intensifies Artistry wand on the lid just to get the shimmery shades to adhere properly and just to let it last longer. I'm just applying a layer of that all over the lid. I'm taking some of Regal on a finger and tapping that on the inner half and just blending it softly outwards. And then I'm just blending that outer edge with the brush I applied this dark color with. Just want that shimmery shade to blend in there. I'm taking Dixie. Oh, it's got a lot more of a blue purple shift than it looks in the pan. It's got a peachy kind of look in the pan. I'm placing that on the inner corner. I'm really liking how that's looking. It just gives this cool pop of color after the warmer shades of the eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to go do my eyeliner and eyelashes now, and then I will be back with my final looks and my final thoughts. I'm back with the final look. I think this eyeshadow look turned out beautifully. I really love the combination of colors that I used there. And to be honest, I really didn't have any difficulty applying this eyeshadow. The mattes blended out beautifully. I didn't have problem with loss of color with any of the blending of these colors. And I like that shimmery shade with the bluish shift on the inside and just a more normal neutrally color, pinky color. Almost like a pinky peachy color there on the lid. I have to admit the colors did come out a lot more pink than I expected them to. I tried to avoid the extremely purple and extremely pinky colors, but it's still very pink. But it doesn't make the look any less pretty. I really love the color story. And even though the colors didn't turn out the way I expected them to, it still turned out very pretty. I just added a small wing with my NYX Epic Ink eyeliner to the top. And then I used my usual favorite creamy coal eyeliner in the color Very Vanta from Huda Beauty in the waterline. And just popped some Maybelline Sky High mascara on the lashes before adding some Hoodie Flares number 25 from Huda Beauty on the eyelashes. Now I didn't go all the way in. It's these lash clusters. There are 3 different types. I just added one of each on my eyelashes just to bring sort of a cat eye type of flare into the eyelashes without covering the entire lid so that you can't see the shades on the inside. Now for the other eyeshadow look, I had the same base application, same primer, same eyebrows. The only difference was at the lashes I used some Ardell 120, I think it's Wispies, it's a deluxe pack. I'll just link them in the description box. And that completed the other look. And I did have a bit more difficulty with that eyeshadow look. I lost a bit more color when I started over blending the eyeshadows. So I had to go back in just to get some color back. And with the up and down with the different colors, it started almost getting a bit patchy at the ends. And I'm not quite sure if it's just a bad makeup day. I'm fairly sure it's a bad makeup day because with this eyeshadow look, I had a lot more fun and I found the blending a lot easier. And I mean, I know it's different colors, but generally with the Natasha Denona formula, I don't have any issue blending my colors. And initially I didn't have any issue as well. So I think it was just over blending and over reapplying that caused a bit of a patchiness on the outsides. Overall, I don't regret purchasing this palette. It's a really lovely palette. I love purple eyeshadow palettes and I've been craving a purple Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. And there we have it, guys. If you are a purple lover, let me know what you think about this eyeshadow palette and whether it is something you would buy or would skip on, because it's not as purple as you would expect a purple eyeshadow palette to be. And then I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope to see you next time, guys. Bye!